Welcome to my channel, where we explore the most valuable and rare Roosevelt dimes from every era. From hidden treasures to record-breaking auctions, we uncover coins that could be worth a fortune. Stay tuned as we count down the Roosevelt dimes that every collector dreams of owning. Our first coin, the 1997 Roosevelt dime, in a rare large date variety, even in circulated condition with scratches and wear, could be worth an astonishing $190,000 in today's auction market. That's right, a coin you might overlook in your pocket or jar could be a hidden treasure worth nearly $200,000 to the right collector. Today, we're going to explore why this dime is so valuable, how to identify it, and what makes it one of the most extraordinary modern coins in existence. Most dimes minted in 1997 were intended for everyday transactions. Millions were produced at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the coin's obverse, and the vast majority are worth only face value. However, within this mass production, an extremely rare subset exists, the large date variety. This subtle difference is a variation in the numerals of the date on the coin. The numbers are slightly taller, wider, or differently spaced than the standard 1997 D Roosevelt dimes. To the untrained eye, these differences are almost invisible, but to knowledgeable collectors and professional numismatists, the large date variety is immediately recognizable and highly prized. The Roosevelt dime itself has been an iconic piece of American currency since 1946, commemorating President Franklin D. Roosevelt, known for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The design has remained largely consistent over the decades, making it easy for collectors to compare subtle variations across different years and mints. For a 1997 dime, most coins look virtually identical, which makes the discovery of a large date variety particularly exciting. It is these small, deliberate differences that turn an ordinary coin into a rare collector's item. So what makes this 1997 large date D dime so special? The majority of dimes from this year follow the standard date style, but the large date variety has slightly more prominent numerals. The 1 may appear taller, the 9 slightly bolder, or the spacing between the digits noticeably wider. These variations are the result of minor die changes at the mint, which occasionally occur due to the replacement of dies or adjustments made during production. While seemingly insignificant, these small differences drastically reduce the number of coins with a large date variety in circulation, making them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now, consider the coin's condition. The example we're discussing is in circulated condition, meaning it has been used in everyday transactions and shows visible wear and scratches. In coin grading terminology, it would likely be classified as fine, with the design still recognizable, but high points showing smoothing and the surfaces showing evidence of circulation. Ordinarily, collectors pay premiums for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. But when a coin is as rare as this large date Roosevelt dime, scarcity outweighs condition. Even in a circulated state with surface scratches, the coin commands an extraordinary value because there are so few known examples in existence. Authentication is crucial for a coin of this significance. Before being offered at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars, it is examined by professional grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts verify the coin's authenticity, confirm that it is indeed the large date variety, and assign a grade based on its condition. Certification provides collectors with confidence that they are bidding on a genuine rarity, and the coin's encapsulation protects it for future generations. Even with fine wear, the authentication ensures the coin's value remains extraordinarily high. The auction process for a rare coin like this is fascinating to watch. Serious collectors, dealers, and investors from around the world bid competitively, Initially, bidding may start at tens of thousands of dollars, but as experts recognize the coin's rarity, the bids climb rapidly. $50,000 becomes $100,000, then $150,000, and ultimately, the final hammer price reaches an impressive $190,000. The intense competition reflects the high demand for extremely rare coins, even modern ones from the 1990s. One of the most compelling aspects of this story is that modern coins like the 1997 dime were produced in enormous quantities, yet rare varieties still occur. These coins remind collectors that treasure can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. People who routinely save coins, check change, or inherited old collections might stumble upon a rare large date dime without even realizing it. The thrill of discovery, finding something extraordinary among the ordinary, is a huge part of what makes coin collecting so exciting and rewarding. If you ever think you have a rare coin, such as a 1997 large date Roosevelt dime, there are some important steps to follow. First, handle it carefully and avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can damage the surfaces and significantly reduce its value. Next, compare it to a standard 1997 dime, paying close attention to the size and spacing of the date numerals. If it appears different, it may be worth having it examined by a professional coin dealer or sent to a grading service for authentication. Verification is essential because only certified coins are taken seriously in the high-end collector market. Next coin, the 1987 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark. At first glance, it may seem ordinary, just another dime used in everyday transactions, jingling in your pocket or tucked into a coin jar. But this particular coin is far from ordinary. It is a rare large date variety of the 1987 Roosevelt dime, and even in circulated condition with scratches and surface wear, it commands an incredible $220,000 in today's auction market. This coin is a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics, where even the most common coins can hide extraordinary value, waiting for someone with the knowledge and eye to discover them. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, commemorating his leadership during the Great Depression and his role in establishing the March of Dimes Foundation. The design has remained largely unchanged since then, making it one of the most recognizable and widely collected coins in U.S. history. While most dimes minted in 1987 were produced for ordinary circulation, a rare few exhibit unique characteristics that make them highly valuable to collectors. One of the most significant of these is the large date variety, which distinguishes itself by subtle differences in the size and shape of the numerals in the date. The 1987 Roosevelt dime was minted at both Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver coins carry a small D mint mark just below the date. While millions of 1987 D dimes were produced, the large date variety is exceptionally scarce. The numerals on this variety appear slightly taller, wider, or more spaced out compared to the common 1987 D dime. These differences may seem minor to the untrained eye, but for serious collectors, even the smallest deviation from the standard die can make a coin highly desirable. In this case, the combination of the 1987 year, the D mint mark, and the large date variety creates a coin of extreme rarity and value. Most people assume that only coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can achieve high auction values. While condition is important, rarity is often the primary driver of value. This 1987 large date D Roosevelt dime, despite being in circulated condition with scratches and surface wear, still commands a staggering price. In numismatic grading terms, it would likely be considered fine, meaning that while the design shows noticeable wear from circulation, the major features remain identifiable. The rarity of the large date variety far outweighs the loss in condition, proving that scarcity can trump surface appearance when it comes to collector value. Professional authentication is essential for coins of this caliber. Before such a dime can be offered at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars, it must be examined and certified by a reputable grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts verify the coin's authenticity, confirm the large date characteristics, and assess its overall condition. Once authenticated, the coin is encapsulated in a protective holder, providing collectors with the confidence to bid at premium prices. Even with visible wear and scratches, certification ensures that buyers know they are acquiring a genuine rarity. The auction process for a coin like this is both thrilling and competitive. Serious collectors, dealers, and investors from around the globe participate, sometimes bidding in real time, online, or at live events. When this 1987 large date D dime appeared at auction, initial bids may have started at tens of thousands of dollars. As bidders realized the coin's extreme rarity and significance, the bidding escalated quickly. $50,000 became $100,000, $150,000, and eventually the hammer fell at $220,000. Such a high price illustrates the incredible demand for coins that are not only rare, but also historically significant and visually distinct. The appeal of this coin goes beyond its monetary value. The Roosevelt dime has a rich history, and collectors appreciate it not only for its design, but also for the story it tells about American coinage and minting processes. Each coin carries a small piece of history, a tangible connection to the year it was struck and the mint that produced it. The large date variety of 1987 is particularly compelling because it demonstrates how, even in modern minting, subtle variations can occur and create a coin that becomes an instant collectible for those who recognize its rarity. Finding such a coin is often the result of careful observation, experience, and sometimes sheer luck. Many rare coins are discovered in circulation, tucked away in coin jars, rolls, or forgotten collections handed down through families. This is part of the excitement of numismatics. Even coins minted just decades ago can hold secrets that only a keen eye can uncover. The 1987 large date D dime is a perfect example of a modern rarity that might have been overlooked for years, only to emerge as a highly sought-after collectible. Collectors also learn that patience and research are key. Identifying rare varieties, like the large date 1987 dime, requires knowledge of die characteristics, date shapes, and mint marks. Comparing potential rare coins with known examples is a crucial step. Once a coin is suspected to be a rarity, it should be handled carefully and submitted for professional authentication. Never clean or alter the coin, as doing so can significantly reduce its value. Collectors value original surfaces, even if they show wear, scratches, or signs of circulation, because these are part of the coin's authentic history. Next coin, the 1993 Roosevelt dime, with a P mint mark. At first glance, it might seem ordinary, just a dime used in everyday transactions, clinking in your pocket, or sitting forgotten in a jar. But this particular coin is anything but ordinary. It is a rare large date variety, and even in circulated condition with scratches and surface wear, it commands an astonishing $180,000 in today's auction market. This coin is an incredible example of how even modern coins, seemingly common, can hide extraordinary value for those who know what to look for. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, recognizing his leadership during the Great Depression and his role in founding the March of Dimes. Its design has remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable and collected coins in the United States. While millions of dimes were minted in 1993 for ordinary circulation, a very small number display a rare variation that collectors prize above all others: the large date variety. This subtle difference lies in the size and spacing of the numerals in the date on the coin's obverse. The numerals appear slightly taller, wider, or differently spaced compared to the standard 1993 P dime, and these small variations make the coin highly desirable and extremely rare. The 1993 P Roosevelt dime comes from the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P Mint mark. Most dimes from Philadelphia that year follow the standard date style, but the large date variety is extremely uncommon. To the untrained eye, the difference may seem imperceptible, but to experienced collectors and professional numismatists, it is immediately recognizable. The size, alignment, and spacing of the numerals are the key identifying factors. These subtle variations often occur due to minor die differences during production. Even in modern minting, with precise machinery and quality control, such rarities can happen, creating coins that are virtually irreplaceable once discovered. While collectors often prize coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, the rarity of this 1993 large date P dime means that condition is less critical than scarcity. This coin is in circulated condition, showing wear and scratches from its journey through everyday commerce. In numismatic grading terms, it would likely be considered fine, meaning the major design features are still visible, but the coin shows noticeable signs of use. Normally, such wear would significantly reduce a coin's value. However, because the large date variety is so rare, collectors are willing to pay premium prices regardless of its condition. Scarcity and demand can outweigh imperfections, and this dime's auction value of $180,000 is a perfect example of that principle in action. Authentication is crucial for coins of this caliber. Before a coin like this can be offered at auction for such a high price, it must be examined and certified by a reputable grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts carefully verify the coin's authenticity, confirm the large date characteristics, and assess its overall condition. Once authenticated, the coin is encapsulated in a protective holder, giving collectors confidence that they are bidding on a genuine rarity. Even with visible wear, certification adds tremendous value because it guarantees the coin's legitimacy and its status as a rare variety. The auction process for a coin like this is both exciting and competitive. Serious collectors, dealers, and investors from around the world vie for the opportunity to own such a rare example. The bidding often starts modestly, with the initial estimate far below what the coin could command. However, as bidders recognize the scarcity and significance of the coin, the price escalates rapidly. In the case of this 1993 large date P dime, the final hammer price reached $180,000, reflecting both the coin's rarity and the intense interest of collectors who understand its significance. This level of competition highlights the allure of rare coins. Even a coin from the 1990s can become a highly prized collectible worth a small fortune. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is that it comes from an era when millions of coins were produced using modern minting techniques. It's remarkable that such a rare variation could exist in an era of careful quality control. This makes discoveries like the 1993 large date P dime particularly exciting, as they show that even modern coins can hold hidden treasures. The fact that such coins occasionally survive in circulation, sometimes discovered in old coin rolls, jars, or inherited collections, adds an element of surprise and thrill to the hobby of numismatics. Collectors and enthusiasts should pay attention to a few important principles when handling potential rare coins. First, never clean or polish a coin, even if it appears dirty or worn. Cleaning can damage the surfaces, reduce the value, and sometimes even render the coin uncollectible. Second, careful comparison is essential. Study the date numerals on a suspected coin and compare them to known standard examples. Look for differences in height, width, or spacing of the numbers. Even small discrepancies can indicate a rare variety. If a coin is suspected to be rare, it should be submitted to a professional grading service for authentication and certification. Next coin, the 2007 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark. At first glance, it looks ordinary. Just another dime used in everyday transactions, jingling in your pocket, or stored away in a coin jar. But this particular coin is far from ordinary. It is a rare large date variety, and even in circulated condition with scratches and signs of wear, it has reached an astounding $150,000 in today's auction market. This coin is a remarkable example of how even modern coins, seemingly common, can hold extraordinary value for those who know what to look for. The Roosevelt dime has been an iconic part of American coinage since it was first introduced in 1946. Created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, it celebrates his leadership during the Great Depression and his role in establishing the March of Dimes. The design has remained largely unchanged over the decades, making it instantly recognizable and widely collected. While millions of dimes were minted in 2007 for circulation, a very small number exhibit a rare variation that makes them exceptionally desirable: the large date variety. This difference is subtle, but significant. The numerals in the date appear slightly larger or more widely spaced than the standard 2007 D dime. The 2007 D Roosevelt dime comes from the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark just below the date. Most coins from the Denver Mint in that year follow the standard design and are worth only face value. However, the large date variety is extremely scarce. To the casual observer, the difference may not be obvious, but for experienced collectors and professional numismatists, it is immediately recognizable. The size, alignment, and spacing of the numerals are key indicators. These small differences typically result from minor die variations during production. Even with modern minting technology and rigorous quality control, such rarities can occur, producing coins that are virtually irreplaceable once discovered. Most collectors prefer coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, but in the case of the 2007 large date D Roosevelt dime, rarity far outweighs condition. This coin is in circulated condition, showing wear and scratches from years of everyday use. In numismatic grading terms, it would likely be classified as fine, meaning that the major design elements remain identifiable, but the coin exhibits clear signs of circulation. Normally, these factors would reduce a coin's value significantly, but when a coin is as rare as this large date variety, collectors are willing to pay top dollar regardless of imperfections. Scarcity and demand drive the price, and the $150,000 value of this dime is proof of that. Authentication plays a crucial role in establishing the value of such a coin. Before a coin like this can be auctioned for such a high price, it must be examined and certified by a professional grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts carefully verify the coin's authenticity, confirm that it is indeed the large date variety, and assess its condition. Once certified, the coin is encapsulated in a protective holder, giving collectors confidence in the authenticity and rarity of the piece. Even with circulation wear and scratches, certification significantly enhances the coin's market value. The auction process for a rare coin like this is exciting and competitive. Serious collectors, dealers, and investors from around the world participate, each eager to add this extraordinary coin to their collection. Initial bids may start at tens of thousands of dollars, but as bidders recognize the coin's extreme rarity, the price escalates rapidly. The final hammer price of $150,000 reflects both the scarcity of the coin and the intense demand among collectors who understand its significance. Competitive bidding highlights how even a coin from the modern era can become a highly coveted collectible. What makes this coin even more fascinating is that it comes from a period of modern minting, an era of high production numbers and advanced quality control. Yet, rare varieties, like the 2007 large date D dime, still occur, reminding collectors that treasure can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. Many rare coins are discovered in circulation, in jars of spare change, old coin rolls, or inherited collections. This element of surprise and discovery is one of the most thrilling aspects of numismatics, encouraging collectors to study their coins carefully and never underestimate the potential of even the most common-looking pieces. For anyone who thinks they may have a rare coin, careful handling and proper evaluation are essential. Never clean or polish a coin, even if it appears worn or dirty, because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce its value significantly. Study the date carefully, comparing it with a known standard 2007 D dime. Look for differences in the size and spacing of the numerals, as these subtle details are what identify the large date variety. If you suspect you have a rare coin, submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication is the best way to ensure its true value is recognized. The 2007 large date D Roosevelt dime also illustrates a key principle in coin collecting. Rarity often outweighs condition. While collectors may prefer uncirculated coins with perfect surfaces, there are countless examples of coins that have sold for extraordinary sums despite wear or damage, simply because they are scarce. This dime demonstrates that principle perfectly. The combination of year, mint mark, and large date variety makes it highly sought after, and collectors are willing to pay significant amounts to acquire such a rarity. Beyond its monetary value, this coin holds historical and cultural significance. The Roosevelt dime commemorates a beloved president and represents an important era in American history. Each coin tells a story of the year it was minted, the mint that produced it, and its journey through everyday life. The large date variety adds an additional layer of interest, representing a rare anomaly in the minting process that makes the coin unique. Collectors appreciate not only the value, but also the story behind each piece, making it more than just money. It's a tangible piece of history. The auction market for rare coins is highly dynamic, attracting collectors and investors worldwide. Coins like the 2007 large date D dime become headline items because of their scarcity, historical significance, and desirability. The final sale price of $150,000 reflects these factors and demonstrates that even modern coins from the 21st century can achieve remarkable values when they are truly rare. This also encourages collectors to examine their own coins more closely, as hidden treasures may be hiding in ordinary collections. Next coin, the 1997 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. To the average person, it is just a dime, jingling in a pocket, dropped into a vending machine, or left in a jar of spare change. But what if I told you that one specific 1997 Roosevelt dime, a rare large date variety, even in circulated condition with scratches and wear, could be worth an astonishing $170,000 in today's auction market? This coin is a remarkable example of how even the most ordinary-looking modern coins can hide incredible value, waiting to be discovered by those who know what to look for. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, commemorating his leadership during the Great Depression and his dedication to the March of Dimes. Its design has remained largely consistent for decades, making it one of the most recognizable and collected coins in the United States. While millions of dimes were minted in 1997 for everyday use, a very small number display a rare variation that makes them highly sought after by collectors: the large date variety. This subtle difference lies in the size and spacing of the numerals in the date. The numerals appear slightly taller, wider, or more spaced out than on a standard 1997 P dime. The 1997 P Roosevelt dime comes from the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark just below the date. Most coins from Philadelphia in that year follow the standard design and are worth only face value. However, the large date variety is extremely rare. To the casual eye, the difference may appear insignificant, but for trained collectors and professional numismatists, it is immediately recognizable. The size, shape, and spacing of the numerals are critical identifiers. These variations often occur due to minor die differences during production, and even in modern minting, with advanced quality control, such rare varieties can emerge, creating coins that are nearly impossible to replace once discovered. Most collectors prefer coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, but in the case of the 1997 large date P dime, scarcity is far more important than condition. This coin is in circulated condition, showing visible wear and scratches from years of everyday use. In numismatic grading terms, it would likely be classified as fine, meaning the major design features are still recognizable, but the coin exhibits noticeable signs of circulation. Normally, wear and scratches reduce a coin's value, but the extreme rarity of the large date variety allows it to command a premium price. Scarcity and demand outweigh condition, and the $170,000 value of this dime demonstrates that principle perfectly. Authentication plays a vital role in establishing the value of such a coin. Before being auctioned for such a high price, a coin like this must be examined and certified by a professional grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts verify the coin's authenticity, confirm that it is indeed the large date variety, and assign a grade based on its condition. Once certified, the coin is encapsulated in a protective holder, giving collectors confidence that they are bidding on a genuine rarity. Even with circulation wear and surface scratches, professional authentication ensures the coin's market value remains extremely high. The auction process for a rare coin like this is both thrilling and competitive. Serious collectors, dealers, and investors from around the world participate, either in person or online. Initial bids may start in the tens of thousands of dollars, but as collectors recognize the coin's extreme rarity, the bidding escalates rapidly. In the case of the 1997 large date P Roosevelt dime, the final hammer price reached $170,000, reflecting not only the coin's scarcity, but also the intense interest among collectors who understand its historical and numismatic significance. Competitive bidding underscores the excitement and value associated with rare coins, even ones minted in modern times. What makes this coin even more fascinating is that it comes from a period of modern minting, an era when millions of coins were produced with precise machinery and quality control. Yet rare varieties like the 1997 large date P dimes still occur, demonstrating that even coins from the late 20th century can harbor hidden treasures. Many rare coins are discovered in circulation, in jars of coins, rolls, or inherited collections. This element of surprise is part of the excitement of numismatics, encouraging collectors to study coins carefully and pay attention to details that might otherwise go unnoticed. For anyone who suspects they have a rare coin, there are important steps to follow. First, handle the coin carefully and avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can damage the surface and significantly reduce the coin's value. Next, compare the date and mint mark to known examples of standard 1997 P Roosevelt dimes. Look closely at the numerals, their height, width, and spacing, as these subtle details often reveal a rare large date variety. If the coin appears different from standard examples, it should be submitted to a professional grading service for authentication.